Well, in 24 hours, we'll be wrapping up preseason game number 1 for the Jaguars, the only one we're going to see inside the bank this season. So even more reason to make sure you are in attendance on Saturday night. Hello and welcome into First and 10 training camp, and the welcome to Trevor Town continues with the rookie quarterback ready to face an opponent not wearing teal for the first time in his early NFL career. The excitement palpable, but then again, so are the nerves. Yes, we want Trevor to look good and look comfortable, but then again, we're talking about a few games that don't really matter before that trip to Houston on September 12th that actually does matter. As for how much Trevor will play, Urban Meyer being rather coy, as a lot of these NFL coaches like to do in advance of game action. But no matter how long number 16 is in the game, you can bet his mentality will be in the right place.
Yeah, it's competing, but also like at the end of the day, we're all on the same team. So I'm going to do everything I can to be the best guy for the job and to win games. It's about to get real. We're about to start playing every week. The mentality changes a little bit from what we've been doing out here, but it's still, we just got to win, man. That's our main goal.
On the defensive side of the ball, some late news last night as Joe Schobert, on his way out of Jacksonville, headed up to the Steel City in the first year of a 5-year, $50 million+ contract. Schobert led the team in interceptions, but since then, a new regime has taken over, and the requirements of that middle linebacker position have changed. So, enter DAMIEN Wilson, the former Super Bowl champion who signed in the offseason with the Jags. Wilson has worked with Jacksonville defensive assistant Bob Sutton in KC, and he hopes that experience and skill set can carry over to his time with the Jaguars.
To be honest, this scheme is really similar to the one that I had over in Kansas City for the last 2 years. So it's real linebacker friendly. Over the last 6 years, I've played Sam, Will, and Mike. So I feel like it's really nothing that I can't do from a linebacker perspective. So it's been fairly easy.
So here's a potential starting defense. You've got Robertson, Harris, Brown, Hamilton up front. Allen and Chason getting after the passer as outside linebackers. Now DAMIEN Wilson slots in with Miles Jack on the inside. Shaq Griffin, perhaps the rookie, Tyson Campbell at corner, and then at safety, Rashawn Jenkins and Jared Wilson. Some major changes from last year, and well, that's probably for the best. Your home of the Jaguars right here. Action Sports Jack, CBS 47 and Fox 30. Our first countdown to kickoff is, well, that's tomorrow night, 6:30. And that takes you right on to kickoff, 7 o'clock on CBS 47.
I feel like we needed this. I'm enjoying it, finishing, enjoying the moment.
Enjoy the city of Jacksonville. We are happy to play host to Florida State these last couple of days. We are still waiting for that makeup game, though, because we're supposed to play Boise State here a couple of years ago. And instead, that one got moved to Tallahassee because of some storm weather. Always messing it up. For the Noles and head coach Mike Norvell, this is an important time in the program. Year number 2, a chance to show that last season's 3-6 mark was either an aberration or that this rebuild might take a little longer than anyone in the Panhandle would hope for. Florida State putting on the full pads for the first time this year on a hot, steamy morning on the campus of UNF. Saturday night back in Tallahassee, they will scrimmage, but not before they're able to get their work in here on a Friday.
This is what I wanted for our trip to Jacksonville. I wanted it to be different. I wanted it to be hard. I wanted it to be uncomfortable. And I think we got those things, and you'll be able to take this, get an opportunity to go scrimmage and see where guys are at.
I know it was a pretty good experience, different than from what I've been through. But, it was cool, though. It was a good experience. Everybody got the time to bond together and, some time away from everybody and everything. It was pretty cool.
As for that QB battle we mentioned on Thursday, Jordan Travis, Mackenzie Milton, well, the former UCF standout Milton, not part of the action today. Coach Norvell addressing the absence of one of his QB frontrunners after today's practice session.
Like I said, we got a couple guys that we're working through, going through the deload phase with a bunch of them, and so there are about 6 or 7 guys that we made that choice with.
All right, one of them the QBs who's fighting for a starting job. Okay. No field trips on the schedule for the Florida Gators this fall as they continue to sweat in the swamp. Head coach Dan Mullen learning quite a bit about his young team as some standouts start to emerge in the depth chart.
The training camp's going pretty well. Guys are, we're still in the installation phase of things right now. We're going to continue to install through the weekend, and the plan is to have our first scrimmage on Sunday. Guys come up and they're asking questions all the time. I think you're going to continue to see, little things here and there that guys are continuing to work on.
It's all building towards a couple games against some in-state directional schools before that big blip on the schedule there in week 3. Alabama in the Swamp. That game already on the schedule, a 3:30 kick on CBS 47. Same goes for the annual clash here in Jacksonville with the Dogs, October 30th.
Action Sports Jacks Primetime, Saturday at 10:30 on Fox 30.